beautiful night here in downtown San Diego. How about some midweek Mountain West action on FS1? The Colorado State Rams visiting Viejas to take on the San Diego State Aztecs for the first time this season. The show is ready to go. One of the toughest places to win in all of the Mountain West. And San Diego State, a one-game lead atop the conference standings. Now you see Colorado State at 8th. They're trying to climb their way towards the middle of the pack. Thanks so much for joining us. Alongside Casey Jacobson, I'm Carlo Jimenez. And a good one here today. The Mountain West seems to always run through this building.
Yeah, for the last 26 years, if you want to win a Mountain West Conference title, you got to come to the Viejas Center and go through San Diego State. Always a stout defensive team, of course. This year's offense way more balanced. The Aztecs have 3 guys that are averaging 11 points a game. But Carlo, Colorado State comes in here as let's give them a puncher's chance. 41% they shoot from behind the arc. If they can make some threes, this is going to get interesting.
Yeah, they are the second best three-point shooting team in all of college basketball. And it all starts with the sophomore forward, Kyle Jorgensen for CSU.
Yeah, he is a versatile big man that can really stretch the defense. Folks, he's shooting 54% from 3. Yes, you heard me right. San Diego State defensively, they're going to switch all ball screens with him to make sure that he doesn't get any clean looks.
Well, in the Mountain West, you play 20 conference games, and this is game number 10 of Mountain West action for both these teams. The midpoint jump ball between Heide and Bemba, and we are off. Our officials, Kevin Brill, Nate Harris, Amy Bonner. San Diego State begins with the ball.
Again, the balanced offense is what makes the San Diego State team so difficult to guard. You can't key on just one guy.
BJ Davis making his first start of the season, the starter last year. 3 sticks and waters, tough 2. Here comes Rick Steiner, the transfer from Virginia Tech. Got 2 seasons there.
This is the Colorado State team offensively. They are excellent at passing the ball. You can already see it moving side to side. They play a lot through their big men. Bemba right here, number 21 in green.
Rex Steiner gets his own rebound. Second chance for Colorado State, looking for the first points of the night.
Bemba wants a touch right here.
Rex Steiner, deep 3. And a rebound for Miles Bird. Oden in the corner, stepped out of bounds. The head man for San Diego State, Brian Dutcher, in his 9th season with the program as the head coach, his 27th season here in San Diego.
Yeah, and at least 21 wins in each of his previous 8 seasons. He took over for Coach Fisher, and this program hasn't dropped off at all. In fact, it's elevated, making a Final Four, of course, a couple of years ago. Kind of sad, Carlo, for me. This is the last year that San Diego State is going to be in the Mountain West. They are going to graduate and move to the Pac-12, the new Pac-12 next season.
Now with a lineup of Gonzaga in that group.
Yep.
Bemba the reverse layup and the first points of the night.
Important deep post touches for Colorado State. And right there, Miles Heide defensively. He got schooled on that one. Look at the Rams overplaying all of the passing lanes so far.
BJ Davis, Heide, muscles, and misses. Pasquarelli pushing forward. One of the best three-point shooters in the Mountain West. Hands to Jorgensen, the leading three-point shooter for Colorado State. Jace Butler off the heel. And a foul on the rebound. Keep it with Colorado State.
Rashawn Bemba, 6'7", 250. He is a load. And right there, that quick spin off of Miles Heide. And there is no help defense for that. So San Diego State, defensively, they love to double team the post, right? But you can't do it if you get a quick spin.
Butler knocks down a 3. And Colorado State has Viejas quiet to start. They lead 5-0.
Well, these Aztec fans are still standing. They will not sit until their home team makes a bucket. Right? We're almost 3 minutes in. And there's a couple of fans whose backs are starting to hurt.
Bird trying to create. Oden Raises front of the rim. Offensive rebound, Waters. And he lets everybody sit down.
And buckets like that allow San Diego State to put on their 1-2-2 pressure.
They fall back into a man.
The Aztecs rarely, if ever, play zone. Only when they're full court pressing do they do it in a zone manner. Otherwise, they want to pressure the ball.
Kemba couldn't tightrope the baseline. Out of bounds to San Diego State.
And then Rick Steiner to Butler here. That's a mistake there from Miles Bird going underneath the screen. But hey, Carlo, we're going to talk a lot about how both of these teams can generate easy buckets. It might be more important for the Rams to be able to get offensive boards.
Waters tries a tough shot and a rebound, Pasquarelli.
So Dixon Waters has taken 2 attempts from mid-range. Both have been fadeaway contested twos.
Jorgensen, nothing but cords. And Colorado State's opened up a 6-point lead.
We talked about the puncher's chance. This is a lights-out shooting team who knows each other well.
Davis hangs and gets fouled. Get a look at the head coach for Colorado State, Ali Faroukmanesh, in his first season as the head man with the Rams.
He's the youngest coach in the Mountain West Conference at just 33 years old. And I asked Brian Dutcher, I said, hey, Coach Dutch, what were you doing at 33 years old? And he said, I think I was coaching the Fab Five with Chris Webber and Juwan Howard. That's how long ago 33 years old was for him. But Ali waited his turn, and a brilliant mind. The players loved him. Was a fantastic player at Northern Iowa. Really understands basketball at a high level. He's got big shoes to fill, though, Carlo. Nico Medved, who's now the head coach at Minnesota, he led this program to 3 NCAA tournaments in the last 4 years.
Ali, an assistant on those staffs, and now trying to continue that tradition. Terry Booth into the ball game for the first time. Transfer from Illinois, looking for McIver, broken up by PJ Davis. 10 to shoot. And Bird breaks it up, pokes it out of bounds.
Well, a great start for the visiting Rams. They are second in the nation in shooting from deep, and Jorgensen is their leader, over 50% for the big man.
Well, both of these head coaches part of some historic moments in March Madness. Ali Faroukmanesh, of course, the incredible game-winning point to beat UNLV in the first round, and then the game-clinching 3 to beat top-seeded Kansas in the second round. And how about Brian Dutcher led San Diego State on a Cinderella run of their own, making it to the 2023 National Championship game as a 5 seed.
Yeah, there's the banner. That 2023 Aztec team had Nate Mensah, Keyshawn Johnson, Matt Bradley, and of course Lamont Butler hit that big-time shot. Lamont Butler's in the house, by the way, Carlo. He's sitting on the front row. We'll get to him later on in the evening. He's gracing us with his presence. He's recovering from knee surgery. But that Kansas team, by the way, that Ali Faroukmanesh as San Diego State almost gets an alley-oop. That Kansas team that they beat in 2010 had 8 NBA players on it, including the Morris twins, Marcus and Markieff Morris. Can you imagine 8 NBA players on one college basketball team?
That's an NBA team.
Come on. It's unfair.
Pasquarelli looking for space. Colorado State trying to extend their 4-point lead. First matchup this season between these two teams. Booth in the lane, turns short. And a rebound for Farrell Compton, who's checked in for the first time.
Really nice individual defense from Miles Bird, number 21 in white. He's so much fun to watch on the defensive end.
BJ Davis, the turnaround jumper, and he fills it up. One possession game here at Viejas.
This is a bounce back opportunity for BJ Davis. He was just 0 for 2 in 13 minutes versus UNLV. How about this pressure in the backcourt?
And it ends up in a violation. The San Diego State press forces a turnover.
So when you make defensive mistakes guarding the Aztecs and they score, not only are you trailing, or are they putting points on the board, but it allows them to set up their run and jump full court press. And you get caught in what we call coffin corner right there. And it's like the baseline and the sideline act as two more defenders. Put yourself in a box.
San Diego State a chance to tie or take their first lead. Reese Dixon Waters for the tie. Bullseye.
Already the third mid-range jumper for Reese Dixon Waters. That is his game.
What's uncomfortable for most is comfortable for Dixon Waters.
Yeah.
Butler hit 1-3. He drives, spins it. Jorgensen. Too strong. BJ Davis clings the glass. Aztecs have not led. They can change that here.
The Aztecs push the tempo a lot more than they have in seasons past, to me. This group, they grab it and run. That's going to be a traveling violation on BJ Davis. Simple out-of-bounds plays for your best shooters right here. Reese Dixon Waters. Normally, you see plays like that run, Carlo, for guys flaring out to the three-point line, but he curls it in tight. He likes that 15-footer.
15-footer likes him back. We are tied. Butler, transfer from UW. Swing it for JoJo McIver. Booth in the corner. A little strong offensive rebound tapped out to the Rams.
A really nice play by Jorgensen. If you can't reach and get the rebound, at least tap it out. Jorgensen
inside. This is everything with the backboard.
Not as comfortable back to the basket, Jorgensen. He wants to shoot threes.
Orville gets it right back from Dixon Waters. He turns the corner.
Pass.
Shot clock down to 10. Reese Dixon Waters looking for another tough bucket to give San Diego State the lead. A pull-up three is down.
I feel like Reese Dixon Waters shoots it better off the bounce than he does off catch and shoot, which is really unusual. Normally, guys like the efficiency of just, not having to dribble at all, catch and shoot. It seems like Reese needs the bounce to start to feel that rhythm.
9-0 run. Colorado State trying to stop the bleeding. Jorgensen in space. Too strong, and an offensive rebound again for the Rams. And then a steal. Compton gets hit and heads to the free throw line for two.
Well, Reese, we already talked about his mid-range. How about this? Now you're going to switch with your big. That's a deep three. So Reese is 34%. Yeah, caution. We feel you. The splash zone. 34% from three, but he is very selective on taking threes. And I talked to Brian Dutcher about it, and he's like, Reese has the green light from three. I wish he would maybe have that mindset of catching and shooting threes. Instead, he's kind of developed the habit of always catching and dribbling the ball, kind of like what we talked about. He likes that rhythm.
He's been shooting it a lot better since the conference restart, 38% after starting the season at 30%.
Reese Dixon Waters got honored before tip-off in front of these home fans for his 1,000th career point, which he surpassed last game at UNLV.
Here come the Rams. San Diego State has built a 5-point lead. They trailed in this game 8-2.
Yeah, they've shut off the water for the Rams in the last couple of minutes here. This is what the Aztecs do.
11-0 run. Bemba right side for Kidulis. Baseline pass, another steal. The Aztec avalanche is on, and a foul in transition. DeCorville with the takeaway and pushing the pace as the Aztecs an 11-0 run here at home. Back here at San Diego State, where the Aztecs an 11-0 run. Colorado State without a bucket in over 4.5 minutes. Let's take a look at the bubble teams. According to Fox Sports Mike's DeCourcy, and you get a look at San Diego State and Stanford hanging out in that first round.
The Cardinal, my alma mater, has a chance to make a tournament. They haven't been there since 2014. But the reason San Diego State is in this bubble and the first four out they struggled in the non-conference. They went just 6-4. Here's the resume. Only one quad win for Brian Dutcher's squad. That one quad win came at Nevada. They did get a win against New Mexico here at home, but because it's not a top 30 win, New Mexico is ranked 39th in the country right now. Because it's not a top 30 win, it's a quad 2 victory.
Could you call it a quad 1 bubble win?
Good, but that's not how they define it.
DeGorville misses from the mid-range. Colorado State has missed 7 straight shots. They're looking to end a 5-game losing streak to San Diego State. The ball poked out of bounds. The Aztecs all believe it should be their ball.
Yeah. They're giving the Whirlybirds, that's the universal sign in sports for a video review. And, oh, yeah, it does look like that goes off Rex Steiner. But here's the thing, though, Carlo. Even if it is, I wouldn't review this just because it's so risky. If you only get one review if you're wrong.
Yeah.
Right? So if they're wrong, then they're not going to have a challenge in the second half.
Brian Dutcher is going to take a look at it.
The call on the floor is green ball. That call is being challenged by White.
So they want to challenge this one. Brian Dutcher must have seen a look he really believed in. All 5 of his guys simultaneously went to the Whirlybird.
Oh, yeah, that's clear. That's a good angle right there. I don't even feel like the referees need to see anything else besides that. It clearly goes off of Brandon Rex Steiner's hand.
Great shot by our crew. Conclusive, clear evidence there.
This should be a short one here. But I'll just go back to what I was saying before. Is like you can't take the advice of the players. They're too emotional. They think every call should go their way. I think that Brian Dutcher looked at one of his assistant coaches who's probably more... This angle is tough to see because of the perspective. It's the side angle where you can see the ball clearly. This one right here where you can see it change trajectory in midair. Watch right hand of Rex Steiner. Yep, I mean right there. And Pharaoh Compton with his hand straight up in the air. I'm not sure why this is taking so long.
Dutcher there had a long time to draw up a play for his team. It started 8-2 Colorado State. 11-0 San Diego State run. What have they done to shut off Colorado State's offense?
Well, they finally got a couple of buckets to go down, right? And then when they score, that allows them to set up their full court pressure where they just love to heat up the basketball. And if you don't practice against that style of play every day, and it's hard to do that, then they can sometimes shock you. And that's why, look, this San Diego State defense is one of the best defensive programs in the nation. I mean, when I think of defense, like in college basketball, I think of 2 programs personally. The Houston Cougars with Kelvin Sampson and San Diego State Aztecs. Maybe Tennessee Volunteers as well.
The call on the floor is being reversed. White ball.
There's not a lot of teams, as they do call it San Diego State ball, that are doing defensive slides and shell drill in their pregame warm-up. San Diego State is one of those teams.
30 minutes before tip, they were going 100% speed. Not warm-up speed, not any. They were 100% speed. It's called shell drill, where it's 4-on-4. You're throwing the ball around the perimeter, and guys are closing out. It's impressive.
The defense leading to an offensive chance here. San Diego State looking to extend their 11-0 run. Bird from downtown. Off the front rim, but a foul. And Colorado State ball the other way. This is going to go on the freshman, Tay Simmons. Simmons getting a lot more time recently with the injury to Guam.
Yeah, Tay Simmons is a freshman with promise as well. Look at his body. He doesn't look like a freshman.
A left wing 3 off the mark from Munez. And now San Diego State on the run. That's now 8 straight misses for the Rams. Simmons. DeGorville into the corner. Bird on the cut. Fighting for the rebound. Ball loose on the floor. Heidi rips it away. And he steps out of bounds.
There were 6 bodies involved in that rugby scrum. I love plays like this. I really do. I know you're a Clipper guy, Carlo. You're the radio play-by-play guy for the Clips. You don't see stuff like this happen in the NBA. You just don't, right? Everybody's making too much money, too worried about getting their jersey dirty.
They were playing Twister on that baseline.
Whoa.
Pasquarelli just beats the 10 seconds.
Man, they are shaky, aren't they? After, getting a couple of shots to go down, you would think that the Rams would settle into this game nicely. They've gotten more nervous as this game has gone along.
6-minute scoring drought. Bemba swings it. Rex Steiner buries it. And that ends the scoring drought.
Talked about deep post touches. San Diego State defensively is going to double team that. That was a really nice pass from Bemba.
Bird, corner three. Response is long. And now Colorado State can tie or take the lead after going 6 minutes without points.
Tough start for Miles Bird, 0 for 3 from the field. But he is one of the best defensive players around. Blocking shots, getting steals, all that stuff. But, man, Colorado State needed this. Something to go well. Here comes that late double team. Bemba, the cross-court pass to Rex Steiner. There are so many good shooters. The stats for the Rams, Carlo, are like mind-blowing. They got four dudes that are shooting over 40% from three, and Kyle Jorgensen shooting over 50% from three.
Big reason why they're second in the nation to Yale. Rex Steiner floater. Rebound popped up, and Oden tracks it down.
Rex Steiner's got to come to a jump stop, play off 2 feet. That's got to be a pass.
Oden with a head of steam, and he heads to the free throw line.
We talked to Colorado State head coach Ali Farouk-Manashni, and he even said exactly what I just relayed. He wants his guards to get in the paint, but you need to play off 2 feet. If you go off one or you don't have a plan against this Aztec defense, that ball is going to get swallowed up. Interestingly, San Diego State is the best Mountain West team blocking shots. Colorado State, the worst.
Brian Dutcher preaches physicality, and he wants guys to play hard on that end.
They're without their big Magoon Guath, their big 7-footer who leads the Mountain West in block shots. So, maybe there's Magoon right there, sophomore, ton of promise.
Reigning Mountain West Defensive Player of the Year as a freshman. Muniz brings it forward for Colorado State.
Look at the defense by Reese. I mean, he's all over him.
Jorgensen swings it. Kidulis. Under 10 to shoot. Colorado State's got to get busy.
They got to get some dribble penetration or pass penetration. Here you go.
Butler penetrates, kicks, left wing three. Kidulis buries it.
Really nice pass there. You can't just pass it around the perimeter. I call that umbrella offense. You got to break the seal. Somehow dribble penetrate or pass penetration. That's the only way that you can score against San Diego State.
BJ Davis looking to break the tie. Rebound Kidulis. 4 of the 5 makes for the Rams have come from the three-point line. Jorgensen uses the window and gives the Rams the lead.
Quick decisions, right? Instead of, if he took another dribble, that probably allows the defense to, the help side to come over. Quick, simple decisions.
John Newman Jr. using a Heidi screen, getting to the rim and finishing. A transfer from Louisiana Tech with his first points of the game.
I love how Brian Dutcher builds his rosters, right? They have a lot of continuity. They're 11th in the nation in continuity, meaning bringing players back, but they always go out and get a transfer here or there to fill in those gaps.
Newman, an elite passer at Louisiana Tech, 3rd in the conference in assists. Muniz, drive,
there you go.
Kick, Butler. Off the heel. Offensive rebound. Kidulis stripped by BJ Davis. Davis goes up and gets fouled.
Colorado State finally finding a rhythm. This is Kidulis, another big guy that can handle the ball and shoot it from deep. really nice. 2 feet in the paint, find your shooters. And then again, this is Jorgensen, their leading scorer. But San Diego State, the home team, they've found an answer.
Even here at Viejas, San Diego State and Colorado State meeting for the first time this season. And so far, the high pressure of the Aztecs have caused Colorado some issues.
Yeah, they are speeding up the Rams. And here, you stop your dribble and then throw a 30-foot cross-court pass. And you were just asking for trouble here. San Diego State defensively has forced 6 turnovers. They have countless deflections in this one. And for Colorado State, their last game was a 4-point loss against Utah State in which they turned the ball over 21 times. That's the most by any Colorado State team in the last 7 seasons. And, you know, Coach Manesh knows that was an uncharacteristic game. But he also knows that San Diego State watched that game on film. They were like, hey, you know what? Well, let's get after their backcourt players and see if they can cough it up. And so far they have.
6 turnovers already as the Aztecs inbound on the baseline. San Diego State looking to take the lead, trying to win their 6th in a row against Colorado State. BJ Davis Jr. retreats. Sean Newman Jr. on the pick and roll. BJ Davis. Pump fake, flyby, and a foul.
Newman, not a scorer. He's a pass-first point guard out there, which is really good for this lineup. BJ Davis knows it. Remember, BJ, this is his first start of the season. He's been the best 6th man, around in the Mountain West Conference, certainly. And this is a bench for San Diego State. The 2nd in the country is BJ Davis. So all of his points tonight, Carlo, are going to go towards the starting 5 group. The bench is 2nd in the country in scoring for the Aztecs.
BJ Davis leading that bench. A big 3 there to give the Aztecs the lead.
And the Aztecs without LZ Harrington, their talented freshman, out of the starting lineup with a lower leg injury.
5 to shoot. Muniz checks the clock, steps back, fades, fires, and fills it up. Tough shot making by Colorado State to start.
I like Mooney's game a lot. He does a little bit of everything, averages just less than 9 points, but 4.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists. He's a good defensive player too. Like, teams all across the country can use a 3-tool star like him.
Newman to Compton for a 2-handed jam. That's what he does. Half of his field goals are dunks this season. Adds another there, and he's got a steal.
Here's another dunk.
A red carpet to the rim.
Oh.
And he tomahawks it. Maybe a mini windmill for Compton. Aztecs have matched their largest lead. And Viejas starting to get loud. Booth, Butler.
And when this arena gets loud, their defense tightens up.
Booth with 3 to shoot. Heads to the free throw line.
Well, you said it, Carlo. Pharaoh Compton, the majority of his buckets are like this. Dives to the rim in transition, right?
What are you giving that on dunk score?
I'm going to give it a 7.5. 7.5.
There we go.
Yeah, it's lefty. Yeah, mini windmill. I agree. And I talked about BJ Davis is not part of that bench squad, but Pharaoh Compton is. And here it is, folks. Only Tarleton State out of the WAC conference scores more on the bench than Brian Dutcher's squad. What a luxury it is. And you know, I have to say, watching San Diego State over the last decade or so, they have to have a good bench. Why, Carlo? Because they are so ferocious on defense. They need extra bodies that other teams simply don't because of the pressure that they put on you.
Expend so much energy on one end. Gorville sets it up. Colorado State goes 1 of 2 from Booth on their first free throw attempts. A save in the corner to DeCourtville. And he buries the mid-range jumper.
Another bench guy. He's coming off a season-high 13 points at UNLV. And Taj DeGorville, he was like the only freshman last year to play in all of their games, really looking to take another step forward as a sophomore. There's just so many guys on the wing spot.
Jorgensen from downtown. That's off. San Diego State looking to add to the 6-point lead. This is their largest of this first half.
Farrell Compton's made his presence felt big time.
DeGorville looking for him off the fingertips. 5-on-4 advantage for Colorado State. Booth, the Euro step, the foul and the finish. Okay.
Man, that was really impressive. Kerry Booth. This is 6'10" forward, folks, behind the back by Miles Bird, and then right here the Euro step taking on 2 Aztec defenders. That was beautiful. And Kerry Booth has made 23 pointers this season. This is a big man that can really step out and shoot it. So you got Kyle Jorgensen who can step out and shoot it. Cadulis, Kerry Booth, right? That's why this offense, when they got bigs that space the floor and they keep that paint empty, I mean, there's all kinds of options.
You're telling me you'd fit in well here.
I shoot the 3, yeah, I'd fit in well. I don't know if I could help Ali with his defense. This isn't a very good defensive unit. It's really let him down a couple of games this season. I know that Brian Dutcher wouldn't want me. I'm definitely not good enough defensively to play for him.
Colorado State closes the gap to a possession. Here comes Miles Bird. Leave it out for Heidi. Broken up by Bemba on the baseline. Bemba with the deflection, and the Rams within 3 with 4 to play. San Diego State leading by 3 with just under 4 minutes to play here in the opening half. And Farrell Compton was a headline recruit when he committed to San Diego State, blossoming here in year 2.
Oh, he's built like an Adonis. He runs the floor. You can throw lobs to him. He's already got 2 dunks in this one, including that lefty windmill. And he's an emotional player. Look at him. This crowd was kind of waiting for something, to stand up for. You see Lamont Butler on the front row standing up for Farrell right there. 5 steals so far for this Aztec defense, which is, they haven't really shot the ball that well in stretches, but those easy dunks and layups have really helped.
Big reason why they're up by 3. Have made 5 of their last 5 shots. Let's get a good look here. 99th all-time meeting between these two. And San Diego State's looking for their 6th straight victory over the Rams.
A lot of dribbling there from DJ Davis. Get this ball moving.
Shot clock down to 7. Waters has bailed him out before. The long 2 is true.
Ali Farouk is standing right in front of us, and he was so thrilled by how that defensive possession was going. And then it's just like, stars just make plays, and you just throw your hands up and say, man, we did our job. But Reese is a shot maker.
He's got 9 points, a game high. And a jump ball up top. Arrow to Colorado State.
Well, this play was going nowhere, and it's like, all right, 5 seconds left. Can you make a play? The inside-out dribble froze the defense. And then, of course, watch this. Contest, and then from the backside to Gorville. 2 hands on the basketball. Impressive. See how the Aztecs switch everything.
And they force a turnover.
It's hard to run your baseline out-of-bounds plays when the defense successfully and quickly switches all ball screens. No one's open. You basically have to post up just to receive the basketball.
Brian Dutcher believes he has 5 guys who can guard all 5 positions on the floor.
As much as I've talked about San Diego State's defense, they only rank 26th in the country in defensive efficiency, according to KenPom. Most teams would be happy with that, but this San Diego State, their standard is top 10 in the country.
Right-handed floater, Sean Newman Jr. falling away. Aztecs have made 7 straight shots. Knees to Butler. Under 3 to play here in the first half. First matchup between these two schools this season. Butler bounce pass baseline. Miles Bird ropes it in.
The idea was sound, but the execution, not so much. That was the right back cut.
Aztecs a chance for their biggest lead of the game. Up by 7 and a foul. And free throws coming.
And Newman driving left here, driving right, taking the contact. And in these types of games, you have to expect contact and finish, right? You could go out and in practice, in the gym after practice, 1-on-0, right? But in the game, you're going to get hit. There's no such thing in the Mountain West as just driving down the lane and scoring uncontested layups.
Miles Bird misses the front end. And it's out of bounds too. San Diego State.
Those are brutal if you're Colorado State. Those are the possessions that you just got to have. And you can't give the home team extra ones off of a free throw.
So a second breath on this possession for San Diego State. Undefeated here at home in conference play. To Gorville. His long two. And he connects.
And to Gorville looking for a foul. I think he had an argument there as Jorgensen kind of crowded his landing zone. But man, this San Diego State offense is on point right now.
Deep three off the mark from Pasquarelli. And it's out of bounds to Colorado State on the baseline. Well, coming up, it's the FS1 College Hoops Halftime Report. Rob Stone and Miles Simon will be in our Los Angeles studio with a look around the nation, including number 25 St. John's in action tonight.
Those are my guys. Shouts to Rob Stone and, of course, Miles Simon, the legend. Good dudes. I'm going to be in studio the next 3 days.
Takes a short drive up.
Yeah, it's a good gig, man. I love talking all about Big 10, Big 12, Big East, and Mountain West hoops. Those are awesome conferences. Another quick spin to the baseline.
Oh. This time, Pharaoh Compton with the rejection. Bird lays it up with the left hand. Miles Bird's got his first points, and San Diego State's got their first double-digit lead.
Pharaoh Compton doing yeoman's work down low. He has been fantastic in his role.
Deep three from Rick Steiner off the mark. Offensive rebound, Muniz. Baseline, Pasquarelli with a reverse.
That time they get the back cut to work. Uncharacteristic mistake there from BJ Davis. Just get caught staring at the basketball too long.
It ends the 8-0 Aztec run.
Felt like a big basket for the Rams offensively. Needed something.
BJ Davis kicks it Newman Jr. Now can the Rams get a stop? San Diego State's made 9 straight shots. Is that a stop? No, out of bounds to San Diego State.
Right. If you can't play D, you can't play for the Aztecs right here. 2 guys contesting it, and then that leads to Miles Bird getting the runway. And then Pasquarelli, the back cut, finally stopping a little bit of the bleeding.
7 to shoot. Gorville's got to go quick. To Gorville. Steps back. Rises for 3. And leaves it short.
If that one went in, partner, I don't know. I was going to put my headset down and walk on out. My goodness.
Aztecs have made tough shots in their home building tonight.
Yeah, they tried to get Bemba on that switch and mismatch, and they couldn't. And then San Diego State defensively recovers.
Brett Steiner. Kick it out. Muniz. Moonball. Money.
That three-point shot is the great equalizer. Colorado State can get right back in this game in the second half with a couple more of those.
They've made 5.5. Final possession. B.J. Davis Jr. Blocked by Bemba.
Oh.
Did they count the bucket?
No.
No.
He's gonna stay. Is Gorville going to stay on the floor for a little bit and milk that for dramatic purposes? But he hung in the air. Watch, this was an easy call. Really impressive finish here, but watch him hang in the air. Yeah, that was clearly still in his hand.
So it does not count, and it sends us to the break. That's the end of our first half in San Diego with the score. San Diego State 33, Colorado State 27. After a quick break, we'll be right back here with a look at the first half. In the heart of San Diego, we welcome you to San Diego State, where the Aztecs hold a 6-point lead behind their 6th straight win over Colorado State. Alongside Casey Jacobson, I'm Carlo Jimenez. So glad you could spend your Wednesday night with us for some Mountain West basketball. Casey, how does Colorado State get the offense going here in the second half?
Well, I got a simple plan, but it's easy to write down. It's hard to execute on the floor. First starts with taking care of the basketball. 9 turnovers, just too many for the Rams on the road. They need to play off 2 feet, get in the lane, and then spray out 5 3-pointers. They can make more than that. I think that they need to make probably 12 to get an upset. But after that slow start, I thought defensively, the Aztec really turned up the volume. They used the crowd. They used this full court pressure. And every time a Ram drives, they're going to see 2 or 3 bodies. The Aztecs, 6 steals, 2 blocks, countless deflections, and then the offense found their rhythm and flow. At one point, the Aztecs offense made 9 straight buckets, including that one from Miles Byrd. But we talked with Brian Dutcher. His message to his crew in the second half is, 1, be more consistent on the glass. Colorado State has 7 offensive rebounds. And then second thing for the Aztecs, keep the ball moving on offense. I think Dutcher was not satisfied. Too much one-on-one offense going on.
Let's see where they go here. Try to move the ball around. Heide out to Dixon Waters. Game high 9 as he finds B.J. Davis Jr. 5 to shoot. B.J. Davis Jr. looking for a bailout. Out of the straitjacket, Byrd.
Yep, foul.
And a foul. 3 free throws coming for Miles Byrd.
And Bemba can't believe it, but, I mean, take it from a shooter, all right? You got to allow him to land, absolutely. That's a backside bump. Watch here. And I know if you're a Rams fan, this might be ticky-tack, but you have to allow the shooter to land.
Oh, puts Byrd at the line.
No, Byrd, we showed you the 1 field goal he made was that layup in transition. He's 1 for 4. You see his season numbers right there. Miles Byrd was voted the Mountain West preseason player of the year. He was supposed to take a massive step forward as a junior. And in many areas, Carlo, he has, but he hasn't been a consistent offensive performer. He is coming off his best game of the year, 23 points on 7 of 8 shooting at UNLV. But he hasn't just been able to string together game after game like offensive superstars do.
He's been an elite defender, one of the best blockers and stealers, but you're right, when it comes to offense, he's trying to find that consistency. And that's the feedback he got when he entered the draft last season from coaches.
Yeah, they want to see him become a more consistent 3-point shooter as well. Right, there's that
pass.
Carlo, there's that length of Byrd. Like, you know, it's appropriate that his last name is Byrd. Like, he's got a California Condor-like wingspan. And I looked it up on Google. The California Condor has the largest wingspan of any bird in the United States. Yeah? Pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it. Fun fact. Maybe it'll win me some trivia. Byrd retreats. San Diego State's largest lead is 11. As Byrd rips a pass into the lane.
I don't think that pass was intended for Heide.
Fortuitous bounce and a chance with 5 to shoot. Dixon Waters. Cut X.
Man.
With Pasquarelli draped all over him, he finds space.
No, again, I want to give credit to Colorado State defensively. That's a couple of possessions where they're making the Aztec offense work, and they still watch the ball go through the net. That looked like Kawhi Leonard on that one, former Aztec.
Jersey hanging in the rafters. Butler swings it to Pasquarelli. Trying to force feed Bemba, they do.
Watch the double team here.
Here it comes. Byrd sandwiching and Bemba missing. Butler pokes it out of bounds.
We've seen it a couple times. The Rams defensively, they've put together a lot of highlights. But then contested, I mean, that's just it's a great, difficult shot maker. That's how I would describe Reese Dixon Waters, who started his career at USC.
That's exactly how his head coach described it. So you can go get a bucket. Heide, straight line drive, and he heads to the free throw line.
And Ali Farouk Manesh is really upset. And I don't blame him here. Like, I don't like to criticize the referees a lot. They have a hard job. But they let a lot go down here, like you're saying. Like, Bemba got bumped. Yeah, he forced it up at the end. But then Heide drives it and barely gets bumped, and he goes to the foul line. Sometimes as a coach here, you feel like you're playing 6-on-5 at times.
Heide misses the first free throw. He's not a great free throw shooter, 46% this season. First year as the head man. Ali Farouk Manesh trying to lead his team to a big road victory.
The microphone just caught a little bit of that. Ali talking to the referees about, hey, they are the most physical team in the league. So if you're going to call, you're not going to call these bunnies or these ticky-tack fouls, well, we're going to have a hard time.
Waters commits a foul.
It is difficult to referee physical, aggressive man-to-man teams because the referees don't want to call everything. They want to step away and let the players decide. But when you have a team that's constantly kind of wrestling, double-teaming all the time.
Rechsteiner misses offensive rebound. Pasquarelli now 8 in the game for Colorado State. They average 9. Bemba tied up, and we're jumping it. We'll keep it with Colorado State.
So you mentioned the 8 offensive rebounds, but they've only scored 5 second chance points. So they're getting a lot of, they're hustling out there, but you got to have it pay off at some point.
San Diego State's defense just been too stifling for Colorado State. Miles Bird. Yep. He's got the cookies. Oh, he almost had a hammer. Wow.
That ball bounced straight to half court. Have you seen that? That ball bounced all the way back to the logo. That's the California Condor right there. There it is. And then he takes off. And that ball just like came out of the screen. It was so high you couldn't even see it. And Miles Bird, tough offensive night continues. He's always going to give you defensive effort, always. Just want to see him become a more efficient offensive player.
A foul on Heide on the reach-in. That is his second. San Diego State up by 12. This is their largest advantage. Aztecs trailed by 6 early and went on an 11-0 run. Take a 5-point lead. They have led ever since.
San Diego State is 8-1 in the Mountain West Conference right now, and very easily could be 9-0. Their one loss came at Grand Canyon on a very controversial call. There's Miles Bird again.
The Condor ready to set for flight, and a two-handed finish. He sticks the landing.
That was the safest dunk I've seen from Miles Bird all season. He made sure that he wasn't going to miss that one.
Jorgensen defers. Muniz runs out of room. Rechsteiner from the corner, and he connects.
42% from deep. Now that's called a baseline drive, baseline drift. So when your teammate drives the baseline on the weak side, you drift towards the corner so you could be an outlet for your teammate.
Dixon Waters turns it over. Now Colorado State can make it a single-digit Aztec lead.
Miles Bird guarding Bemba. See if they can get him a low post touch.
Muniz fouled by Heide. That's now 3 on Miles Heide.
All right, here's the miss. All right, put a little bit too much mustard on the hot dog with the one-hander. Yeah, the fans are like, come on, Miles. And then, okay, we're going to give you one more chance. And then watch it. 2 hands to be sure. Watch him kind of slow down. And, yep. Oh. I don't have a lot of first-hand experience flying through the air like Miles Bird, but
I feel like with that name, too, you just have a responsibility to be a high leaper.
Do. Hey, imagine like your last name's Bird and you have short arms and you're slow on defense. That would stink.
Yeah, it's not very bird-like.
No.
Be more penguin-like. Muniz for Colorado State. Bemba against the Gorville. And another reach-in foul. That's now 5 already on San Diego State. Not 4 minutes have come off the clock in the second half.
Well, Rashawn Bemba has been demonstrative down there. He wants the ball. And when your big guy is working as hard as he is, give it to him. Put that right paw up there.
Jorgensen. Recksteiner hit one earlier. Short that time. And Pasquarelli chases down another offensive rebound. He tries and buys the 3. 8-point game.
There's a second chance bucket that goes down.
9 boards for the visitors. Dixon Waters.
Nice split.
Rises up and puts it in.
Yeah, he sensed that Bemba was coming up a little slow-footed, and Reese Dixon Waters splits that double team, splits the defenders.
Only player in double figures with 13. Pasquarelli. Recksteiner. Moody skip pass. Jorgensen lines it up. San Diego State on the counter. The Gorville. Waters open. That's wet.
See how Reese has a natural fade to a shot? Even when he's wide open, that was a catch and shoot. He still kind of falls away. He's like so used to shooting contested fall-away mid-rangers that he does it even when he's wide open.
Pasquarelli fades away. BJ Davis with a rebound. Aztecs looking for the largest lead. The floater. Compton puts it back up and in. Colorado State uses a timeout. The Gorville and Muniz a little extracurricular. And San Diego State up 15, their largest advantage.
Reese Dixon Waters, the 6'5", 220-pound senior. He is so difficult because he uses that frame to just bully you. He loves the mid-range, but he's shooting threes tonight as well.
Is the American Cancer Society Coaches versus Cancer Suits and Sneaker Week, a partnership with the National Association of Basketball Coaches. Coaches across the country are wearing sneakers on the sidelines to bring attention to the life-saving work of the American Cancer Society. Cancer screening saves lives. In the United States, 1 in 3 people will be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime, and regular screening can help find cancer early when it may be easier to treat. To learn more about screening and the Coaches versus Cancer program, visit coaches.cancer.org. San Diego State with their largest lead, up 15, and their offense humming here in the second half. 5 of 6 to start. You get a look at where it ranks all time. One of the best offenses ever for SDSU. And I believe there was somebody special on that 1970-71 team.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my dad got things started. That is my dad, Vaughn Jacobson, power forward or a small forward for 3 seasons here at San Diego State. He is still in the top 25 all-time scoring here. Very proud son of my dad. And, yeah, they got it started. The first Division I season was 70-71. My dad was on that team. That team was dropping over 86 a game.
Do you think he knew that was the best offensive team for almost 50 years now?
Of course he knew. If you're a Jacobson, you get buckets.
You set the standard.
Those are the rules. If you can't get buckets, then you got to move out of the house.
Oh, that's how it works. All right.
Find somewhere else to stay.
Good to know. Jorgensen, the floater short. And here come the Aztecs 7-0 run.
It's good offense, though, from the Rams.
The Gorville. Oh, on the recycle with the right hand. San Diego State's opened up a 17-point advantage.
I love watching players get better year over year, right? And there isn't a program on the western side of the U.S., maybe besides Gonzaga. Gonzaga and San Diego State, who develop players year over year. Taj DeGorville, to me, has made a nice little step forward as a sophomore.
Pasquarelli off the mark. Mooney's offensive rebound. Working on the smaller Sean Newman Jr. He uses that muscle, turns the corner, and finishes.
Surprised that there was no double team there. The Aztecs almost always double team. It doesn't even matter if it's a guard, a forward, a center, because they like to heat up the basketball.
Aztecs are going to remain perfect in this building in Mountain West play. Their lone loss came in triple overtime.
That's to Troy.
B.J. Davis Jr. And a rebound for Pasquarelli. Troy having a couple of triple overtime games in their West Coast swing. Jorgensen steps into one. Not enough underneath it.
That was from the spear.
Compton, the foul, and the floater for two. Aztecs imposing their will on offense.
And Pharaoh Compton has only scored 10 total points on post-up opportunities all year, including that play. You got to do your work early. Pharaoh Compton loves to run the floor. He's going to run from rim to rim. If you're guarding him, you got to try and push him out. And right here, Jorgensen doesn't get it done.
Saturday, the second-ranked UConn Huskies have continued their winning ways in the Big East on Fox Primetime Hoops. Alex Caravan leads them into Omaha as they take on Creighton. Coverage begins Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific, only on Fox. Let's get a look at Mike DeCourcy's #1 seeds. UConn, Duke, Nebraska, and Arizona ruling their regions.
Well, Nebraska taking their first loss of the season a couple nights ago at Michigan. So let's see if they can hold on to that #1 seed.
Meanwhile, here in Viejas, Pharaoh Compton, 10 points already. He has been excellent and everywhere for San Diego State.
Yeah, excellent is actually an understatement, Carlo. He's been flawless, 4 for 4 from the field. He's been a star in his second unit role. And what's interesting about the 10 points, now 11 as he makes that free throw, San Diego State is 10-0 in Pharaoh Compton's career when he scores 10 or more points a game.
A good sign for the Aztecs. We're looking for a midweek Mountain West win. Meanwhile, can Colorado State find offense? Just 3 for 11 in this second half. Mooney surveys the sea, 10 to shoot. Stop and start drive. Booth in the corner. Rebound, Tay Simmons.
So even when Colorado State has been getting some very good looks in the second half, they haven't been able to knock down consecutive shots, find a rhythm and flow. It's just been really choppy.
Here comes DeGorville. Swings it for Sean Newman Jr. Aztecs can take a 20-point lead. DeGorville with 4. DeGorville over a double team. And a shot clock violation. San Diego State leading by 18 on a 12-2 run. Looking for their 9th win here at the midway point of the Mountain West. San Diego State dominating up 18 as they have ruled this second half here in Viejas. We look at the mid-majors and their net ranking around the NCAA.
Well, normally San Diego State is second on this list behind Gonzaga, but they find themselves in the 40s, which I call the danger zone. If you're ranked in the 40s in the net, you are going to be on the bubble, and that's what our guy at Fox Sports, Mike DeCourcy, has San Diego State certainly on the bubble in his first 4 out alongside my alma mater, Stanford Cardinal, who haven't made an NCAA tournament since 2014. Come on, Card, let's get it going in the ACC. But yeah, this is like, you know, San Diego State has been to the NCAA tournament 5 straight years. They are no longer, to me, a mid-major. Like, I always think of the Aztecs as a power conference team, no matter where they're at. Same thing with Gonzaga. But how about St. Louis? The Billikens, 20-1 this season. Their only loss on a buzzer beater to Stanford.
Billikens have been balling. As Colorado State gets a bucket in transition from Butler.
Carlo, is that the first open, easy layup that we have seen in the second half for the Rams? I mean, they've just had to grind and manufacture everything.
Nothing coming easy as Newman Jr. gets fouled on the elbow. Jojo McIver trying to say he got hit.
Yeah, he's trying to argue that the offense created all that contact, and sometimes I feel that. You're a defender, you're sliding, and then all of a sudden the offensive player slams on the brakes and then quickly tries to draw a foul.
Newman Jr. steps to the free throw line. He's got 4 points tonight. He averages just 2 a contest. The transfer from Louisiana Tech, went to Fullerton College for 2 years before that. He rattles in the first. 94% free throw shooter. He's only missed 1 all season.
Let's see if he jinxed him. I like this. I like challenges.
That's not a thing. You believe in it?
No, of course not.
Okay.
But
some people do.
It still makes this free throw way more entertaining than it would have been otherwise.
I'm not even worried.
There you go. Well, and one of the reasons Farouk Manesh is so upset, the head coach for Colorado State, the Rams have only shot 3 total free throws. Meanwhile, San Diego State, 15.
Disparity there for sure.
Hard to win games like that on the road.
San Diego, Colorado State averages almost 20 free throw attempts a game. Muniz and the Rams trying to go on a run. 8 on the shot clock.
Look at Compton just swallow up anybody who he's guarding.
Bemba, does he see the shot clock?
Nope.
30 seconds of suffocating San Diego State defense.
Yeah, so even when Bemba gets a post touch, which was about 12 feet away from the basket, there's another 2 Aztec jerseys that just shrink his space. Right, so the word suffocating is apropos right here. Watch, he doesn't have space. If he puts the ball on the ground, Newman's going to get it. And then, of course, yeah, he didn't see the shot clock.
13th Colorado State turnover. Aztecs with 17 points off turnovers tonight. A backdoor lob. Uh-oh! Pharaoh Compton cloud scraping.
And a laser beam pass from Newman Jr. Like if he put more air on it, that was probably going to go over the basket.
13 for Compton. Muniz fouled en route.
All right, number 5 in white. Watch the back screen here. Watch the flight path of that ball. That's a laser beam right to the front of the rim. And he's pointing up early, and that's a late back screen there by Miles Bird to clean up any of the riffraff that made it through. Talked about it many times before. Pharaoh Compton doesn't play a ton. They don't run hardly any plays for him.
Yeah.
But he knows exactly what he's in the game to do. Coming off the bench, 8 points and 3 rebounds, but he's been a monster. That's what he averages, 8 points and 3 rebounds. But he's been incredible tonight. 13 points already.
Muniz getting a lot of run here in the second half. Compton credits his transformation to his offseason work. He said he slimmed down, changed his diet completely, and he's been bouncier and able to elevate a lot more for San Diego State. That's why nearly half of his field goals are dunks. 99th all-time meeting between these two schools. Is this zone look here?
Yeah, we knew that they were going to sprinkle in some zone.
Compton feeling good. Why not? Nothing can stop Pharaoh Compton. He's a phantom on the offensive end.
He is a left-handed player. Bemba allowed him to get to that jump hook over his right shoulder, left hand.
Foul on Miles Bird in transition.
This is like the 25th collision that we've had in this game here. Not really a collision, just kind of got his feet tangled up. And Pharaoh, I talked about coming into this game, Pharaoh Compton had only scored 8 total points on back-to-the-basket post-ups, according to Synergy Sports stats. He's had 2, so 4. Add 4 to that. He's got 12 back-to-the-basket post-up points on the season. That's not very many. But clearly, he has potential for more.
Yeah, only measures 6'7", but he's got a 7'4" wingspan. Meanwhile, free throws starting to come here for Colorado State. Back-to-back trips to the line. McIver looking into the story, misses. And a rebound for Compton. Compton. Ooh, almost another.
Yeah, they're feeding him, though. He's earned it, right?
Yeah. That's his first miss. Floater, Kidulis finishes. 17-point game. Gorville dumps it off. BJ Davis Jr. Mid-range jumper. And he sticks it.
You know, it doesn't matter offensively what the team is playing, if they're playing man-to-man or zone. Offensively, if you get the ball in the middle of the lane, you're going to get a good shot or you're going to get fouled. I mean, I guess you could turn it over, but that's two possessions, one for CSU and then another one for the Aztecs. So you get in the painted area, and if you play under control, good things happen.
Muniz gets into that paint, swings it. 3 to shoot, and a steal. DeGorville runs over McIver, and a blocking foul.
So CSU just too unselfish. You're turning down open shots, and when you turn down an open shot, you're likely not going to get another. Right here, just floating that ball, that gets deflected. It was a worthy effort right there to try and draw the charge, but the right call because your feet are moving.
Big round of applause for DeGorville and Compton going to the bench. Season high in conference play for Farrell Compton. Got 15. San Diego State trying to increase the gap.
Now a 1-3-1 defensive looks. First we've seen of that.
How do the Aztecs dissect it? 9 to shoot. BJ Davis Jr. looking to do it himself. He pulls up. And out of bounds to send to Colorado State.
It's a beautiful night in San Diego, just like every other night. 365 days a year. Yeah, there's traffic, but man, it's so lovely.
42 is the lead for San Diego State. The halfway point of the Mountain West. Game 10 of 20 tonight, and the bench doing a lot of heavy lifting for the Aztecs, as they've done all year long.
Yeah, I mean, they were down their starter, LZ Harrington, the freshman. So BJ Davis, who's normally their super sixth man, he is in the starting lineup. But the other guys have really stepped up, right? So we've talked about Farrell Compton a ton. A season high against a Division I opponent tonight, 15 for him. Taj DeGorville. Newman Jr. has really, that's number 4 right there. You're looking at him in the second half. Not known as a scorer. Got in the lane several times for buckets.
Hey, only averages about 2 a game. He's tripled that. Rex Steiner for Colorado State. Jorgensen, haven't called his name much in the second half. It's out of bounds to the Rams.
He brought it down. I mean, look, I'm not a big guy. I've been a guard my whole life, but I know that if you're posting up a smaller player, catch it high, keep it high. Once you bring the ball down to the little guy's level, they are going to strip it.
Rex Steiner. Whoa. Bounces it to Kidulis, but he was already stumbling out of bounds. Looked like he was there, but the hardcourt monster? I don't know, you can't call it a turf monster.
The hardcourt monster definitely got him. I mean, it's one of those frustrating ones too, right? You can't even inbound the ball. It's been one of those nights, but that's what San Diego State defensively will do to you. It's not one of those nights. It's actually a normal night for them.
Odin off the mark. Offensive rebound. Heidi. BJ Davis wants him to go away. Swings it to Bird. It's been a quiet night for Bird offensively. Defensively, his fingerprints all over it. Odin elevates. Heidi drowning in green jerseys. He comes up with a rebound and the recycle.
His first bucket. And only his second shot attempt. Again, not a ton of back to the basket touches for him. So if he wants it, he's got to get it on the offensive glass or maybe in some sets.
New largest lead for San Diego State, a foul on Bird. This puts Colorado State at the line. It is the third on Miles Bird.
Miles Byrd is just always hunting deflections, steals, blocks. I think that Miles is the best shot blocking guard in America that I've seen. And he is always willing and courageous, challenging big guys. I mean, he blocked GCU's Jaden Henley on a dunk that other guys just don't even have the heart to step in for fear of getting embarrassed and put on social media. And Miles Byrd, he will challenge you. He doesn't care. And he blocked Henley on that one.
He's had multiple games with 2 or more blocks this season. Butler goes 2 for 2. And here comes another zone pressure look from Colorado State. Brian Ditcher knew this would probably come at some point.
They showed zone, but then quickly after 2 passes went man-to-man.
Byrd from the corner, buckets. First 3 for Miles Byrd. Pasquarelli swings it. Bemba trying to extend the range. He's 2 for 3 this season, now 2 for 4.
This is the best three-point shooting lineup that Colorado State has on the floor. All 5 have the potential to knock down jumpers.
So far, 7 for 25 in this game, 28% from 3 are the Rams. Byrd with 9 to shoot. Looking for space, and he lost it. Colorado State on the run. Jorgensen finds the corner.
Nice closeout from Byrd there. You watch the 5-out spacing. The key is open.
Butler, the southpaw. Off the mark. Jorgensen, offensive rebound. And it goes out of bounds.
Well, it's been a tough night shooting for the California Condor, but he gets one. The lefty. He's got a beautiful looking shot. Not only is he left-handed, it's got a nice arc to it. On the season, 35%. That's his 29th made three-pointer on the season. 35%, by the way, is his career high from 3. I always say that, like, you know, right around 39, 40% is the gold standard to be considered like an elite or a really good shooter.
Tries from deep. And out of bounds to Colorado State. He missed it all.
You know, shot selection is sometimes an issue with Miles. He kind of knows it, but, you know, he has confidence in his ability. But I do watch film of him, and he takes a lot of deep threes for sometimes no reason. Like, if you need to take a deep 3 because the defense, like, forces you to do that, by all means. But sometimes I feel like he's camping out at 27 feet, and the defense is not really there.
He was proud of his shot selection against UNLV. 7 for 8 in that one. Said he took smart shots. I don't know if you would consider that last one a smart shot.
Oh, it was an open shot. It was just from 27 feet.
Pasquarelli. And the three-point shooting struggles continue for the second best three-point shooting team in the country.
And Pasquarelli's made really no impact on this game on the offensive end. He's their 3rd leading scorer at 12 a game.
Jay Davis Jr. out of bounds to the Aztecs. How much of Colorado State's 26% from 3 is the Aztecs defense, and is Colorado State missing a couple good looks?
Yeah, I would put it at 75% good defense and 25% you're missing open looks. But look, over the course of, we've now played almost 36 minutes of this game, they wear you down, right? You know, your legs start to get a little bit wobbly after competing against them, and you just don't have the same pop on your threes.
To Gorville. Davis with 5 to shoot. EJ Davis Jr. pulls up. Heidi battling. Vacuums in an offensive rebound. To Gorville. Stepped out of bounds. Toe touching the line. Maybe the heel. And the three-point shot waved off.
When you're in the corner as an offensive shooter, you have to know there is less space in the corner. And so you have to adjust your footwork accordingly. You have to start sliding side to side. And at times, if you have any negative steps, meaning a step that you take backwards, you're going to get caught.
Bemba to Muniz. Pastorelli, open look. Jackpot.
They like to use Muniz as, like that Swiss Army guy who can play on the perimeter, and then he turned that perimeter into a post-up, and then they run a double screen for a shooter. That was well done. More of that.
John Newman Jr. had a great offensive night. Tay Simmons offensive rebound. Bulldozing his way in traffic, and he gets fouled. San Diego State continues to build their advantage, up 19. The final 3.5 coming up. Fox College Hoops Friday features a massive top 10 Big Ten rivalry as Yaxel Lindenborg leads third-ranked Michigan against Tom Izzo's seventh-ranked Michigan State squad. Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on Fox. Let's get a look at that AP top 10. Arizona still in front, undefeated at 21-0. And you'll see a lot of those names in the top 8 in the Big Ten.
The Big Ten standings right here. So on Friday night, Michigan against Michigan State, both 9-1. You mentioned Yaxel Lindenborg, the trio front court for Dusty May's squad. Yaxel, Adai Morrow, the transfer from UCLA, and Morez Johnson Jr. going up against Michigan State's big man combo of Jackson Kohler and Carson Cooper. I think it's going to be a wrestling match in the paint in that one. Can't wait to see it. It's funny when you read the promo, they'll talk about Yaxel Lindenborg for Michigan versus Tom Izzo. Tom Izzo is a star. He is a mega star in our game, but he's a coach. Yeah? And, last year they get to the Elite Eight.
You tell me he doesn't have eligibility?
No, he doesn't have eligibility. You hear about Tom Izzo talking about his mom, how one of his players couldn't guard his mom, who's like, I think she's 90 years old. That was really funny, like that. I don't know how I would have responded if my coach, Mike Montgomery, told me that I couldn't guard his mom. I'm not sure.
Definitely motivating.
That's a tough one. Oh, yeah. That would stick in my brain for a little bit of time.
I mean, at some point, you got to come up with more ways to say the same thing, right?
Yeah.
The question is, what's lower than Tom Izzo's mom?
Yeah, no, his 90-year-old mother, yeah. I mean,
you couldn't guard the wind?
Much respect, though, to Tom Izzo, what he's built, what he means to the game of basketball. Love it. There isn't a coach in America, Brian Dutcher, Ali Farouk-Manesh, who doesn't just idolize what Tom Izzo has built at Michigan State. By the way, they're the last Big Ten team to win a national championship way back in 2000. That seems hard to believe how good the Big Ten basketball has been. Could this be the year?
Feels like they got a number of candidates who could get it done.
Yep.
Dixon Waters to Heidi. The spin. Oh, left it a little short. Colorado State coming up. They'll have Wyoming. San Diego State will go to Utah State. That'll be a great game.
Yep. Matchup of two of the top 3 teams in the conference. I mean, the Mountain West is starting to separate a little bit, Carlo, right? San Diego State, Utah State, New Mexico. I'm missing somebody? I feel like I'm missing another team. Grand Canyon just lost a heartbreaker last night at Nevada in overtime. Grand Canyon was up 3 points with under 2 seconds to go. Fouled a 3-point shooter. The game goes into overtime and they lose. That's a tough one for the Lopes.
They had a big win over San Diego State last week.
Right? They're the only team to beat San Diego State this season in Mountain West play.
Slater off the mark and a rebound for Tay Simmons. No one was looking. He throws it out of bounds. Him and DeCorville going back and forth.
DeCorville rubbing his eyes like, hey, man, you got to see. You got to look. Make sure I'm looking back at you before you launch a rocket at me.
Here comes Cam Lewine into the ball game. First appearance for San Diego State. Colorado State came in here, one of the best three-point shooting teams in the nation, and they struggled to make many today. San Diego State's defense too suffocating. And Ali Farouk-Manesh will go to the drawing board to try to find a way to get his offense going next time out.
Well, he knew it was going to be an uphill battle. I think Ali was frustrated that he got the short end of the whistle. Not a lot of free throws in this one. Rams 7 for 10 from the line and 8 for 29. You see it right there on your screen. 8 for 29. That's not the number. I would have put the number at 12 minimum.
Yeah.
12 made three-pointers to get a road win here.
DeCorvo cans a deep three. Colorado State had been coming in, averaging 11 threes a game their last three on almost 50% from the field. They were red hot. But as many teams have realized, Viejas not kind to visitors. McConan misses, and it goes out of bounds to San Diego State.
You know, this Colorado State team is also in a rebuild, right? They had to replace 85% of their scoring from a season ago. Of course, fans who follow Mountain West basketball know how good Nick Clifford was. He's in the NBA now. He was like their do everything, but it wasn't just him. And so in Ali Farouk-Manesh's first season as a head coach, he's had to rebuild this roster with a lot of transfers. That is difficult in your first year.
They've had ups and downs and really just getting healthy now at the 10-game mark of Mountain West play.
That's right. Rashawn Bemba, their starting five-man in this game, has only played 7 total games all season. And Kyle Jorgensen's also been in and out of the lineup, their leading scorer. So you're right. It's hard to develop that, that rhythm and flow.
Get a look at the conference standings. Should San Diego State win, they hold on. I think it's.
Oh, we already gave them. It's 9-1. They came in 8-1, and we're trusting that in the last 33.2 seconds that they're not going to give up a 23-point lead.
I trust Brian Dutcher.
Yep. Yeah, I'm sure if Brian Dutcher knew that we gave them the win before the actual 32 seconds were over, he'd be upset. That's not his style,
He is coaching hard, no matter the score on the sidelines.
Maybe he heard us, and that's why he gave us the thumbs down. He's like, what are you guys talking about?
Cam Lewin buries his third three of the season. And the crowd into a frenzy.
Half the crowd's already bounced out of here to try and beat the traffic, but I would say that was the loudest that Viejas Arena has been all night.
The walk-on who was on the team when they made that national championship run out of Chicago. And all smiles on the San Diego State bench.
Well, these walk-ons put in so much time and energy. Yeah, they don't get a ton of burn, but they're still every day in practice, in the weight room, doing all that. And they're okay with that role. They're okay with it, but they do want to they want to launch a rocket. Yeah, put me on the floor. And he's done that a few hundred times. That looked good. That shot looked. Yeah, let's go.
They had a 3 last season in their tournament game against North Carolina. Final 10 seconds. And Louine's going to tap on the brakes. San Diego State with their largest margin of victory in conference play this season. They take down Colorado State by 23 and improve to 9-1 in the Mountain West.
It was a combination of San Diego State defense, then their offense found a flow. Oftentimes, this Aztec team just grinds you out defensively, and they try and figure out a way to put it in the basket on the offensive end. They had it both working, and that leads to a blowout of a good good Colorado State team.
Once again, our final score: San Diego State 73, Colorado State 50. For Casey Jacobson, our entire FS1 crew, I'm Carlo Jimenez, wishing you a good night from Viejas Arena here in San Diego.